Hey guys, welcome to Sopi Mix Studio Umbiamas, conectando Aruba com o mundo via vídeo podcasting. Conectar conosco, compartilhar ideias e histórias para nos inspirar e para conan abrir. Sopi Mix Studio é plataforma de podcast na Aruba. Follow-nos riba Facebook, subscribe riba YouTube ou riba plataforma de podcast preferido. Escute o podcast preferido que hora e onde que tá. Sopi Mix Studio, powered by Qredits. Botiu ideia? Qredits educa e prepara a abo para vir um empresário exitoso de business plan, guia personal e préstamo para negócio até com 100,000 florin. Vira para mês donho com Qredits. Sopway. Passa na Sopway para o sop, salada, wrap ou flatbread e mais fresco. Com 7 localidades rond Aruba. Nós está cerca de Ibo. Sopway. SwingMasterz. Organizando events, conferences of weddings, Mr. de luz, sound, staging, DJ, trussing of flat screen, SwingMasterz está claro para ser boa fiesta éxito. SwingMasterz. E agora, Sopi Mix Studio é plataforma de podcast de Aruba, está apresentar
PillowTalk, powered by SuccessBlizz. There is no force more powerful than a woman determined to rise. Yonilove, seduce from within. Matiz, enhancing your brand.
Buonanotte. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hi, how are you? It's a Wednesday night for lovers, and we are back on PillowTalk. Good evening, ladies.
Good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Con my tutti na Nueva York?
Buonanotte, quando vai? Contento di te back con voi?
Sì. Felicissima para todos que estão escutando. We are definitely going to have a very interesting evening tonight. We were discussing, do we do it in paviamento? Do we do it in English? What do we do? Nós também hasi un tiki mix al estilo island style. So, what kikota nos topic noche? Our topic for tonight is Ask the Sexinistas. We have our fabulous Brian who's going to tell us about the questions, and we're going to answer your questions tonight. Before we start with that, I definitely want to say thank you to some of our sponsors. And our sponsors are Subway, we have SwingMasterz, SuccessBlizz, Yonilove. Oh, Brian is going to kill me again.
Oh my God.
And Matiz. Okay, so let's rewind and come again. And of course, this is the part that I really suck at. So Brian, you take it away.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank the Sopi Mix sponsors, Qredits and SwingMasterz. And we want to thank you, PillowTalk's sponsor, SuccessBlizz, Yonilove, Aruba, and Matiz.
I have no idea. I'm getting signs from left and right. But okay. Brian, put the frozen on our screen. Pero me te escuchamos si ainda. On the net with the frozen, we're like, oh my gosh, what's going on?
Ako ba queda com MHA para sempre?
Sí, me tengo ba si en linha A para me si direito, tipo sobre. I always mess that one up. I do all the rest pretty okay, so you know I compensate. So, ask the Sexinista, Ariana, Dina, and of course Brian. And today we have a lot of options, a lot of questions. I'm very curious. We've been talking about some very interesting topics over the past few weeks. We have some really interesting topics coming up for the next few weeks. So please tune in every Wednesday night on Sopi Mix to PillowTalk. Pero let's dive right in, Brian. What are we going to start with tonight? What is going to be the icebreaker of the evening?
Okay, so me da hopi agradeci para toda a gente que mandou perguntas. Me da hopi contento com nossa reaction. E você, a mim quero começar com algo diferente. Me não quero começar com uma pergunta, pero me quero trazer um tópico delante. Essa aqui está uma notícia. Você logra escuchar-me bom?
Sí, just not the wabo, but you're there.
Okay, perfect. So, me quero para tocante uma notícia que está hopi viral ultimamente. E está tocante já domingo passado. E comediante e actor Chris Rock está apresentando Oscars. E em um momento dado, ela faz joke tocante a casa de Will Smith, Jada Smith. Então, ela diz que ela chama Jada Smith para G.I. Jane 2, lo qual está personagem de uma película de anos 90, onde a mulher não tem cabelo, está calvo. Anto Will Smith de principio ora botawa que video eta hari, pero después ela lanta y ela slap Chris Rock. Después de hasi Esaki, correcto. Después de hasi Esaki, ela vai em público y ela sigue grita e insulta a Chris Rock visando saca foi bo F-mouth em nome de mi casa. Dus mi quera tres aqui delante e pontra boso quita boso opinião tocante a situação aqui que boso ta pensa al respecto se é tota bom ou é tota malo ou boso ta considerar que é tota apropriado.
Okay, I'll take the first 2 cents conversation aqui. So toevallig me dat discussen zijn in de kring na kas. E me ta punta so what is your opinion about it? The one says, it was bad, violence is not condemned, it's not okay. The other says, hey, you're protecting your family, so it's okay. You're a comedian, it's part of life. It's part of being a celebrity, you gotta be able to accept it. Opinions out that, but it's a sickness and you tapped into a wrong situation. It's a little disrespectful. I mean, personalmente, I thought it was a little bit out of line. However, you are a celebrity, you are a comedian. Roasting is something the Americans came up with, so you should have a thicker skin. With that said, at the same time, a speech que Will Smith doing the Swiss that was very emotional. So leads me to believe there's a lot of other stuff going on. This just hit the wrong spot, and this was the reaction. So in my opinion, maybe he could have overreacted. However, I mean, no tayo correcto kubo to make a joke asina tocante senhora que tinha uma maleza que porta very devastating or very painful. Dus enang mita kere ku, yeah, it was a little bit insensitive. What do you think, Ariana?
Well, it was very interesting. Paso, amita echt een fan die Will Smith y Chris Rock. I mean, din Caribbean no talanta tawag kasi toda ang pelikula. Pero para mí personalmente, mita pensa que tem cierta cosa que Mr. Gordo atendi accordingly, pero den un setting assim na minha bisa portar nang me escuta den rango e de trabalho sabendo que ora quando tá apresentar nang ta como diz nang script si dus nang ta lesa nang lines nang dus tem certa coisa que diz abaneta bisa a gente to comentar que portar si ela run by her que hey, I'm going to throw this joke. I'm given 2 anos passar para anunciar na Red Table Talk that you have a disease. It was a very sensitive topic, and yet Chris Rock seems supposed to be a family friend. So, anto eu tinha outra parte que ora comediante nanti chega num ponto que nang Mr. Either has a joke of rebaha of has coisa assim com gente mulher, anto dus het algo que você achmane sim e não e pues não só pro violence, pero yet kiko lo todo em melhor maneira para take that approach.
I agree.
You know?
I agree. Ito un tópico bastante sensitivo me te quiere, então there's so many different perspectives and opinions. Maneba is a family friend, an illness that can be very delicate, but besides that, because Will Smith and Jade are going through other things, so me te quiere pesele hit un tique más duro.
Sim, sim.
A mí lo que tende de voral de Dina, un relationship coach, Kiko eta pensa tocante situação aqui, para sobrar pareja te defendebo, pero ao mesmo tempo me te querer portar la passa em linha, Kiko ta pensa era over Dina.
A mí te começa, essa aqui tá very personal, depois me te vai para relationship, okay? Personal, I am not a pro comedian. I'm not a pro jokes. Ten koste die hindi. Ami po hari enter dia. Na jokes na kuno ta usa hindi antos laga outro suffer. Also, it's all about energy. I'm an energy person. Si boke biba mindful antobra, por ejemplo, mitoma Chris Rock. Si que começa biba mindful, etiku cambia de su profesión. Pues lo que está hayata no está solamente slaco moquete, pero otro tipo slata me energetically. Se está personally. Okay? E a mim tá hope, when conhecer me personally, sa, como eu tô strength towards that. A mim a larga relação não fabia de joke. Okay? Dus, vai back numa relação. Lo que passa entre Chris Will Smith e Successblizz. Jada. Se não estava a ser caminho, Will Smith lo por assim calma, balançar sua emoção. Se tá pure emotion, alaga ponele lanta. Se é por agis, se usa de mis tools nang pasinta e deal com Chris Rock energetically, lo you não sa nada. Okay? That's how I treat. I teach my couples to deal with emotions. Maneira como me atende que não, me não conhece a vida de artista na que hobby, mas me atende se com Jada tava tem sofre de alopecia, Chris Rock tá friends, e lo pensa que lo porra hasi e joke não, Will Smith tá tem problema com Jada, problema acaba, dus, se depois de sair não bem se caminho, me tá handle não bem se caminho. Me lo bisa Will Smith ko posa lo que la hasi tá hobby bom speech me tá eens ko Chantal ko speech que ela dona depois ko outro actor Denzel Washington adune abisele eigenlijk dembo highest emotion tá ore nang e diabo tá koibo de maneira de bise per a me lo bise e highest emotion abo me se turn to cause off Antobra ora emotion ta balança e ora bota actua ou não ora bo highest emotion mas não tá abo tá turcos bo halva abo me nota querer com essa aqui tá maneira para mostrar amor essa aqui tá pure emotion das é homo que tá querer que tem que vai defender gente mulher assim não nós nota cavernícola nós a mim nota teach gente traga com seu reptilian ou seu mammalian brain bota human bom se traga com human brain nós está evolving se bota querer ainda como homem mister defender me maneira e não bota cavernícola bota usando mammalian brain e se você não compreende que me está bisando vou me se hasi discovery session comigo. Mas eu me está querer que vooral gente mulher, só que Ariana bisa verdade. Se é tal do gente homem não assim, Cristo não assim, ok? Mas sobre esta sentir brotherhood, etc.
Sim.
Então a mim está querer que nos podcast tá ajuda nos tá tique mais aware e sale para gente mulher também. Sobre se me porque eras papi inteira noite. Essa aqui tá minha paixão, energia tá minha paixão. Dus, by back na Brian, não, me nota approve lo que Will Smith ha assim. Essa aqui tá echt personal. Em nenhuma área é lo que ela ha tá na mestra correr, escorte, vai ser. Mas so se ama assim, a melhor vai ser.
Okay, Hobby, danke Dina.
Lovely.
I mean, I totally agree with Dino's opinion, but I respect it in the sense de que me ta comprende, I agree, e não tá correto, pero me ta pensa assim que, e opinion tá gewoon free, but so a me ta feminist in that sense de que me não mistero gente para protect me in that sense and beat somebody up, pero me po comprende out of an emotional standpoint que a reação é a sali de Will Smith as to tem issues going on com sua casa, então sua casa está very delicate com sua maleza, então ela gewoon hit ponto, ela cai de maltera, mas não está bisa. Então a reação é não porta não tá só mais melhor, mas é verdade. Se tá morrer, ou se tá humber, ela tá hey, what's up dude, you're an asshole and done. We move on. Pero na situação que elas lanten dela dar clap. But we can beat that dead horse as much as we want. Brian, do you want to add anything or shall we continue with our questions for the night?
A mí também siento que mais spicy, para sobre a mí no que la que vai ainda.
Pero a mí tem problema para ser spicy. Você mas que coisa como 10 viamos. A mim tem debate com meu humber, não? Você tá pro Chris Rock. Me rewind e vídeo assim na hobby com bota com Will Smith tá Harry até tá enjoy e joke a hora ela bira wa Jada ela wa que cara ela vai para defender. Dus it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Dus het is pure emotion. Maar zo eigenlijk is not supposed to Atlanta. Se não Jada, Atlanta.
No.
E non Atlanta.
No, ela virou a su casa, ela disse, ok, guardame, você vai fazer algo para sobre mi casa a rabia. Sim, guardame, já me dá bem, meu amor, já me dá direito conta aqui, Pablo.
Ela está completa depois de...
Sim.
Why did you stand up for me, fool? You're supposed to be my husband.
Como se Harry.
Exactamente. Well, a mí te dice algo. Van dice, si esto te omgekeerd. Na hace un joke con Will Smith, anto Jada Atlanta, do darle un clap. Van dice otra mujer, no un hombre, pero otra mujer. Él lo muestra completamente malo. Entonces, a mí te sorprende con ainda tem gente que está pro Will Smith, pro Chris Rock, pero si una mujer lo hace y él lo defiende su hombre, y él lo toma manera de carácter, él lo guarda mostrar malo. Entonces, el punto es, me dice que me no está defendiendo ninguno de dos para sobrar. Vos no sabes qué está pasando en la vida de Jada con esta vez está deal con esa que para hacer un joke con ese. Voral ora me está guardando toda la history que tiene tras de esa aquí que tiene parte onde está subiendo una story, entonces tiene una línea que ya está falta cabello. Entonces ela avisa onde en su story vos me está avisa vos me está sufriendo de esa aquí. Para vos no comienza a avisar comentar mi potrenan que mi cabello está cayendo, que me tiene línea ahí, que qué está pasando, me tiene esa aquí. Entonces esta vez está dealing con esa aquí. Lo que me da raya está que mané un hombre está así, nanta wa que mané, hey, he's the hero, he's defending his woman, his wife, pero me da quiere que si una mujer lo hace, él lo muestra completamente malo. Erróneo, fue una bobira guaque. Exactamente. Exactamente.
La loca. No considera que ella es mujer no por regular su emoción.
Histérica.
Like she was stripping.
Sí, tenía su luna.
She needed an orgasm.
We don't need that anymore. We don't need that anymore. Echt niet. When we said orgasm. Boom.
Entonces, ese me queda 13 adelante, full encima aquí, nada papiando de sei, nada, vos não saca memes, não saca todo tipo de comentário. Vos algo assim como está bonita, pero contrário também tá com esta visa em su speech, vos assim com um louco para a pessoa que você estima. Pero mita quiere ter límite onde vos aqui cota amor e Kiko não tá amor, e esse não tá amor para mim. Amor não tá agressivo, amor não tá violento, amor não tá guerra, ese no está amor.
See, and however, emotions, maneba pisore Brian, can make us do really crazy stuff. So it's sometimes easier to judge or sometimes easier to give an opinion, but when you're in the heat of the moment, no te facile. So yeah, I totally agree with you, 1,000,000%. Pabo batu hende, that's not love. Beating somebody, demeaning somebody, being mean with them, word, violence, whatever way, it's not a good thing. However, when you're stuck in the emotion and your buttons are pushed, however the buttons are pushed, you can tend to do things that you may later most probably regret. Emotions can make us do very crazy stuff. So, importante tapa you balance out your emotions, make sure you're in check, make sure you know how to meditate or to tap yourself out so you can reprogram and make the right decisions. Pa sobre a realidad ku emotions hit us harder than we think. Anto nota turoro nos in tune con nos emotions. How do you handle that? And that, my dear ladies and gentlemen, is where we can step in and assist. With our discovery sessions, we can meet and click and have a conversation. As mentors and coaches, intimacy and sex coaching, we can assist you with that. Antobra, nos po ayudabo pa bo balancearse, pa bo sa kung pa bo manage ko sitwasyon mas miho.
Bisa Will Smith ya mami.
Will Smith. So we're reaching out to you, so you can hear it in English. Reach out to Dina. Come for a free discovery session here in Aruba. And we will help you balance out those emotions. I love
one happy island.
Yes, yes. All right, let's go to the topic of the night because we have some interesting questions. Question number one.
me quer informar a mim não há nenhum de pergunta na. Well, não, me também ganha, mas há de não. Me quer dizer, me tá tem hobby tentação, me quer me tá também pero sí, mas há de não, pero for the rest, malaga, bisa Brian, bota vai lá na organizar toda pergunta na Pablo e bota vai gewoon shoot na den podcast. Dus get ready. Você tá ready para a primeira pergunta?
Ding. Question number 1. Here we go.
Ok. Pergunta número 1, Tabisa. Tá recomendável contar nos fantasia sexual na nos pareja?
Si pergunta tá si nos
Sorry, sorry, pero esta pregunta, lo tá recomendável você tem vraagtekenen, pero mas let's hobby.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Sí, pa conta pa pareja bo fantasia, of course. But you want to spice up your sex life, you want to spice up your relationship, tell them about it. Sex them about it. Mande de chat si bota sinti shame do sobono que eu ake bise cara pa cara. But hell to the yes.
A mim também é algo de besaque. Para sobra, se botin pareja, ando boso nan dos ting friendship hope strong, go ahead. Full ku Chantal. Pero se botin pareja ku bo sakaba, ku nota by assist bo of gudabo of tene bo man de fantasia dibo, busca coach, terceira persona, ku ta profissional. So se bo busca vizinha ku não sabe nada, ba kera mesmo leu.
Of amiga.
Of amiga que não sabe nada. É amiga negativa que gosta de reagir.
Você sabe que você louco de como de passicone.
Bo fantasia também tem foto também. Dus por hace discovery session com de nós, ando para 13 bo fantasia dilante nós podemos tiki mais guia. Boso nang din boso fantasia. Boso eu botei terceira pessoa que bo explica pessoa que tiki será.
Sim.
Pero se bota sintico e não lo haces não hace boso.
Sí, seguro que sí. Pero the thin line between that, yes, do discuss about the fantasies kubo pareja. Create that communication kubo pareja that you can talk about your fantasies, that you can open up the door to have the conversation. Portavo pareja no arriba mesmo page or totally in a different continent or the papiani di fantasia and te orbo mestir a little help and to say no stay.
Yes. I mean, gotta add on a parte de sharing the fantasy with your partner. Esta cai back riba sexual communication. Então, turhene mester por distinguir of midi a range of kinks or fantasy. E essa kita atrobe, if you don't know how, that's why we're here. Yes. Nossa é parte de hopi essencial de lo que nossa hace pata guia. Paso hopi gente riba e matéria aqui nunca a dive in or even
tempo.
Or dare to have the space to conversate about this. Dus mita quer ko eta hopi importante si bota sinti ko boting very deep fantasy. Anto si eta sina deep, si eta sina meaningful pabo. Anto porta toch boting e medo de dive de viajar into your partner. Papo toma contato com nós, anto
nós te ajudamos para figure out pabo mes para mim, and then move on to having the conversation with your partner.
Você também, por menos siga na next pergunta. Nós temos mitas sexinistas, tur luna nas fumato de lastre de whips de luna. E não também mita tende hobby pareja tá assim que pergunta. Então, vou fazer pergunta discreta na onde no sexinista não também. Então, nós temos diferentes oportunidades na cubo por word assistir cubo fantasia. Não quero cubo fantasia cubo. Percebe eta dengo, passo ora bo biba bo fantasia, outra pessoa tá sali. E era botar com essa pessoa em marcha o mesmo.
Assim é. Yes. Brian.
All right, question number 2.
A mí, por ejemplo, por mí conozcaba que pregunta, a mí te mira completamente otra persona, ahora mi 30 de mi kinky stuff. Me te mira como, vos no te reconoces a mí mes.
Me puedo imaginar, conociendo a Brian. Ay, Dios mío. Sí, este tema cambia, el manga being like, oh, here we go.
Taca. Ok, vamos para la siguiente pregunta. Ok, mi puedo vira adicto, ¿está posible mi vira adicto a un vibrator?
Well, okay, so I will answer and then you guys can take it. Mi no sasi precisamente eta adicto, pero you have a toy of choice. Everybody has a toy of choice and it's also a moment of choice. Por sobre mi no te quiere but bir adicto na a vibrator of a specific toy and 10 years later that's the only one you go to because it does get boring after a while. You want something new. So, I don't think bir adicto na un specific toy. You can maybe not per se get addicted to the feeling it gives you. You could per se get addicted to the high. Then it's called the sex addiction one way or another. However, get addicted to one specific toy. I personally don't think so. But so after a while, you want another vibration.
Yeah.
Can we buy Trevo?
See, go ahead.
Of ik heb daar bij Ariane.
Dai.
Sí.
Como bota midi si bota adicto na un vibrator of no. Bota midi na si eta strobabo den bo daily work den bo taken nang. Si bota full un auto persona pa sobra di vibrator you're addicted. Ante ori nang bo por a nos nota doctor, nos nota terapista, nos nota psicoloog, nos nota nada. Pero a mí lo recommend si un discovery session para nos por bisabos aqui com hey, eigenlijk moet ik bij een terapista.
Sim.
Okay, nos ajudar porque você também tem momento na como te bisa não. A pessoa que não pode ajudar com meditation só. O mistério medicina, o mistério outro coisa. Okay? Dus assim a mim também põe me na midi. Se botar addiction of whatever botar sendo aí tá strobabo tempo daily taca não.
Sim.
Não performance para via dia vibrator.
Sim. Alright, laki ami quero share ta parts ko ta hopi relatable ko loki dina to compartir. Addicted to a vibrator, mas bien addiction na masturbação. Você trova vibrator pa mas ko 10 ay mes un costa vira laugh, right? Pero
Anko keer tordia no.
Dus per parte die raak verslaafd na masturbação. Origem também mas dina bisa também que mais deep ku porta trauma response mais grande. Você através verslaving ta connect ku diepte die trauma nan ko hinata hiba. Dus essa hangt af hopi dus ja nang kaba voor die lo que nos ta hasi. Eta bira algo ko bijvoorbeeld si hinata to ting addiction kaba din pasado of un trauma mas pisa anto essa bira su kink di mas ko bijvoorbeeld hinata bebe coffee of usa outro tipo de substância.
Mask.
Yes, but ita get nang in that high anto nang get constant get all those happy hormones out. Anto eigenlijk si bom panesi na bo bira adicto na masturbação mes na lange termijn die masturbar hopi bonota by fulfill bo orgasmo ding su totalidad tampoco maneira ko bota hasi ora ko bota bawi up bota take the time so mita por bota imagina eta hopi delicado eta algo hopi delicado
So there are grades, tem diferente nível de, pero mita quiere in the long lines. Papo bira adicto na vibrator, mi nota quiere per se. Eta mas tanto e feeling ku e vibrator do nabo e masturbation ku maniadina bisa si no por funccionar on a day-to-day basis pa so bo mester tinha orgasmo, bo mester tinha sensação e ora si tinha outro. Then there's another situation going on. Yeah. Brian?
Ok, Hopi bom. A mim não tem nada mais para add, você misa turcos. Pero vamos para a next pergunta. Siguiente pergunta. Multiple orgasms is a myth?
Hell no. I'm sorry. No.
É um mito?
No myth.
Orgasmo.
Tem diferente tipo de orgasmo. Tem full body orgasm, tem multiple orgasms, tem just 3 diferentes tipos de orgasmo como rebohanha, tem points. Dus, no, it's definitely not a myth. Lo que sí a mi bobisa é porta mais difícil para uma mulher que para outra mulher para chegar em multiple orgasms ou para full body orgasm. But everything takes practice. It's a mesmo coisa que even if se me step um tique mais leu, a hot topic item when they talk about squirting, tudo mulher para squirt. Every woman can get multiple orgasms, but it takes practice.
Chantal não pode dizer mais mijo. Multiple orgasms. Hopi gente para me explica que tá orgasmo traz orgasmo. Orgasmo traz orgasmo. Bota queda mas bobo rico, bobo papai, bobo bisa na você tá queda bem. Bo por trein. Mas vou aí orgasmo, na mais vou conhecer o corpo, mais vou ter bom toy, ou partner que pode ajudar nessa situação que não. Vou por aí multiple orgasms. E maneira que eu chantar bisa squirt então me turrende porque sim a squirt a me tem online workshop dia 6 de abril para 7 para 9 se vou querer tá dentro tá 25 florin diz message me.
É interessante coisa não sim, pero mané pergunta de sim. It's not a myth, it is a reality, but it takes practice.
Yes, ma'am.
E
a mí quiero contestar preguntas de viaje, pero a mí también no puedo llegar igual que pregunta tu visa. Sí, ya me sa, sí, es verdad. No, me hace esa pregunta y después la puedo contestar, pero sí, está posible. A mí mismo en hombre me llega también experiencia algo así, no ainda, pero
sí.
Going there.
Tem diferente nível, diferente style tem diferente levels de orgasmo. Então, se também tá algo que o mestre pode realizar. E nota diz botin gente que mané dina te bisa try outro, pero botar por ti orgasmo que tá very long and extensive, que 10 minutos depois ainda botin orgasmo. Tem gente que tá bisa que não tá em orgasmo hora largo, like damn, a mim tá morto. That's a lot of energy.
Ese eigenlijk es un como llega cinta. Es un como llega cinta y es un letterlijk largo.
Sí.
Después de llegan al orgasmo, mita queda sintiendo full mi curva, mita gewoon queda tanto, mita mane wara. No touch me ni siquiera, mita
Let
feeling
me
it.
enjoy. Leave me alone. Yeah, we have some English speaking public on Facebook with us online. So they told us, we thought this podcast was going to be in English.
Oh my God.
So
Yeah.
we need to say sorry to those out there that were expecting that we were going to talk in English, but because of the majority of the questions were in Papiamento, that's why we decided to continue in Papiamento because, but the intention is in the future to continue in English. So bear with us.
Actually, this is the first question that I got in English.
Okay, let's go ahead in English then.
No, I mean, this is the first question. I don't know if we have more in English.
Okay.
Well, you can ask the rest of the questions in English too. So go ahead, knock yourself out.
Now I have to translate. Oh my God.
No, but Popi na Papimento and we'll translate. Don't worry, man. One happy family. That's the beauty of knowing 4 languages.
Yes, and we don't need to be fluent. We have our beautiful accents, and they enjoy us because we try.
Yeah, that's beautiful about being in an island that you can learn so many languages and you're connected to so many cultures.
Yep.
Okay, so next question. This is in Spanish. I need help, ladies.
Okay, dale.
Dice, ¿por qué a las mujeres nos cuesta alcanzar el orgasmo con la penetración?
So why for women it's difficult to reach orgasm through penetration? Okay, so who wants to start? Who wants to answer that question? Dina's like, oh, please let me answer. Let me answer. Go ahead, Dina.
Now we're the last.
No. You get to go first.
I'll go first.
Fantastico. Go for it.
So, first thing, the basic thing, not all bodies are the same. Mm-hmm. Not all bodies enjoy or reach an orgasm through penetration. It's just the simplicity that we are designed. We all have a unique design. So that's a first. So maybe this person would need other ways to stimulate her
clitoris, G-spot, or whatever. Yes.
Whatever it is that will get her to have an orgasm. Maybe this person will only be able to have other types of difference of orgasms that is not per se through vaginal penetration, because there's still or also anal orgasms. So yeah.
Yep.
So
here she comes. Drum roll, please. Let's sit and take the popcorn because now we're gonna get the answer.
So there are several points in the vagina that we all have it. For example, the G-spot. However, it's upper side towards your belly button. So a penis would not reach that in a vanilla position.
Mm-hmm.
So you need some cushions, something to reach the G-spot by penetrations. That's first. You need to work with cushions.
You need to tilt so that you have a better, yes.
So, and the A-spot also, if you're on top of the man, then you can adjust your body, then the penis can reach the A-spot, which is a couple of inches behind the G-spot. The cervix, it's where you, in a doggy style, you feel like pain. That's why you're not ready.
Lady.
You need
Take
more.
Notes.
You need more arousal. You need to be more aroused to get an orgasm through your cervix, and it's delicious. It's not the one that I like most. I like the P spot. It's behind the cervix. It's the cul-de-sac.
That one is for advanced ladies.
Yes. So all of this I do teach. So it is possible, but you need cushions. You need longer foreplays. You need to get to know your body. You need to have your pelvic muscle toned. These orgasms are professional orgasm, high class, not clitoral.
Oh, I love how she says they're high-class orgasms, ladies.
They are. Because you need to understand your body. You need to get to know your body. And this is what I do. I love my work. I love when women can get these orgasms and tell me, Dina, fuck, these were good.
You know, so I recently had an orgasm, which was pretty interesting. I stimulated it myself through pelvic muscles, Kegel exercises. Sorry, wrong word. So through penetration and using my Kegel muscles to tighten up, of course, with clitoral stimulation as well. But however, it was more focused on me tightening up those muscles, and with the penetration and the vibrations, the back and forth, that I was able to create an orgasm for myself, which was an experience that I have not had before. And that was pretty freaking intense, man. 10 minutes later, I was like, oh, whoa. So yeah, penetration, you can get orgasm through penetration. Sí se puede tener orgasmo por penetración, pero hay diferentes posiciones, hay diferentes artefactos que necesitan para poder llegar a ese orgasmo.
Tienes que usar una almohada.
Una almohada, tienes que tener una posición, ¿cómo te piensas? Brian is having a ball here, like, I'm trying, man.
I like this podcast. We'll use 4 languages during this podcast. Do you want to tell it in
Te
Dutch?
está quedando muy bonito. Sigue así, sigue así.
Sí se puede. Puedes sentarte encima del señor, que el pene está dentro, y el ángulo llega al A-spot, ¿no? P-spot. A-spot, que es un poquito después del G-spot. Sí se puede, señoritas, pero tienen que practicar. Es un orgasmo de clase alta.
Muy bien explicado. Okay. This, oh my God. Now I was going to continue in Papiamento, but we have a question in the chat on Facebook. We have a question of a gentleman. His name is Jose, and he's asking, I have a question. How often should I make girl orgasm?
As often as possible. That's why we love
This stranger is asking. This is a stranger asking. I have a question. How often should I make girl orgasm?
Well, to begin with, you should always make sure that your woman is taken care of before you have your orgasm. That's number one. Because if you want to have more fun when you're intimate with your partner, you got to make sure that the woman comes first, because a woman takes a longer time. Foreplay is needed, all of those things. So if you're going to go bang, 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 like I used like to say, and you're going to come and it's like 45 seconds. Did you come? No, to the wrong house. So no, that's not the type of sexual experiences we want. What we want is for a woman to enjoy, because trust me, 2,000,000%. If you take care of your woman, you make sure she comes once, twice, 3 times, or a really good orgasm, boy, you're going to have a lot of fun after. That's for sure. You want to add, ladies?
I think that's about it.
Okay, so
yes,
there's a comment.
I would like to add. You need to feel your woman, okay? Because some women don't like to have many orgasms. They are happy with one. They are okay with one.
Yeah, they get very sensitive after.
So you need for when I get these questions, I'm very, very how do you say?
Skeptical?
Not skeptical. I'm
You analyze the
yes.
response.
I don't want to say any amount of times. I'd rather say you need to know your lady. A woman, the majority of the woman in my case, I would love 3, 4, 5, 6 orgasms before you come. But I have clients that they need only one. So you need to know your lady.
Yeah.
But you still need to make sure that your woman is taken care of first.
Yeah.
That's for damn sure. Whomever told you that you just bam, 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 and then knock it out of the park and come and you're good and thank you, honey, you were amazing. No, you're
But
not.
some their women do get their orgasm when they're banging.
Yeah, true.
So if you do that and your woman gets an orgasm, power to you.
Bang away.
bang away. I love it. We got bang,
That's what
bang,
we
bang,
need.
and bang away.
You
We
need to
got
know
the
your
best
woman.
slogans.
You need to know your woman.
Okay, so we have a comment of Aldrin. He said, "It is a must to explore the body of your partner, both sides. It is like exploring for the raw diamond."
Yes, very much so. Totally agree. Thank you for that comment. Totally
Okay.
agree. If we had more men that would think and take the time, I'm sure that a lot more women would be happy, a lot less divorces or a lot less broken relationships, because you actually took the time to explore not only the female but also the male. The males are usually a little easier, not a lot, just a little. But the women are a little more complex. They take a little more time. Women, we are a lot in our heads. We body shame ourselves so much. So it takes a little longer for us to let go. Whereas the men are like, yeah, naked woman, bring it on.
Yeah, yes, I agree and I disagree. Why? Because there are also men out there that experience body shaming as well.
True.
And there are men that are sexually insecure to perform. We have the situations that, for example, that the comparison of their genitalia, men try to compare their penis sizes. It's just like, for example, if we as women keep comparing ourselves to the porn stars to see as if our body needs to look like that, and all the bodies are different. So I think for men it is also a challenge, because I think for us as women, we had a lot of years of struggles with our sexuality and embracing ourselves. But when I hear about the sacred men and men that do practice semen retention and they do put in this work, then you get to see also how much work it is for men to put in to be like a sex guru, you know?
True.
So it for women it's a lot, because we have a womb and we go through our cycles, but men don't. But yet the part of sexuality, I think, embracing themselves first and then to be able to embrace their partner. So yeah.
Good point. Nice. Interesting question, ladies and gentlemen. I am super happy that you send them in. Please do keep sending them in. Every 4 weeks, we do a Meet the Sexinistas where we give you the opportunity to ask us questions and we give answers to any question, and anything goes, man. Brian, what's the next question for the evening?
Let's go for the next question. And the next question is, so I'm going to say it in papiamento, help me translate it. ¿Qué edad ideal para comenzar a relación sexual?
What is the best age to start sexual relationship or sexual intercourse or intimacy? Good question. So, unfortunately, there's a lot of reports or a lot of surveys done where they say that kids start at the youngest age of 10 years with sexual relationship. I personally think that's too young. I do believe that it is important that at the youngest age possible, you do start with the sexual orientation as young as 2 years old, because a child must know what a penis is and a vagina. They should know the difference. We have the tendency of giving our vaginas and penises a name, either kuka or pumpi or toy or whatever that is not vagina or vulva. And it is important that, because imagine, I remember there was an article about that, or we were talking about it. So if there's any sexual abuse and they're sitting in front of a judge and they get questioned, and then the child says, he touched my cookie, the lawyer will destroy him. So they need to be able to differentiate and call it the correct thing. Now, if you talk about what age is the best age to have sexual relationships, I personally think that you have to be ready for it. You have to be well informed. Maybe I would say 17, 18, 20, 22, 30. I mean, I can't put an age on it, but I do think that anything under the mature age, depending on the child, is not right. 10 years, I think, is too young. 12 is too young. 15 is too young. But you have kids at 15 are more mature than an 18-year-old. So I think that's a difficult question to answer.
I would like to answer that question like this. It all depends. We have different cultures. Okay, it all depends on the parents, because these are minors, okay, playing adult, and under the guidance of the parents. I take Aruba for example. When a parent come to me with a child, 13-year-old child, for example, and they want to start having relationships, sexual relationships, and I'll try to delay that part as much as possible, due to if you're studying and you have a goal as a woman, when you have sexual relationship, other things are coming in your life. For example, you'll need to take care of your body. You need to have something for you not to get pregnant. You'll need to take care of your body because of STIs. So you'll need to, instead of focusing on your study and your goals, you need to make room for other responsibilities. I would say keep those a little aside and have a toy. Mm-hmm. Have 2-3 toys. Mm-hmm. And have a friend. Try to delay, because you are a woman. More things are coming in. You need to take care of your body. You are different than a man. I have a girl. She is studying in Holland, and she called me. She said, "Dina, last month I was on a vacation here on the island. Last month I slept with a guy. I had to take the morning pill after because the condom broke in me." This girl was studying for her master's degree in Holland. She got the morning after pill, and that thing makes you sick. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay? So, and the next month she didn't have time to go to the doctor, because I told her, go to your doctor, look for a better means for you not to get pregnant. But she didn't have time. But the month caught up on her. So the next month, she had a delay in her menstruation. She called me again. And she is studying.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like a little bit tougher on the ladies, because these things happen to us, not to the guys. Mm-hmm. So you'll need to take care. Even though it's hard, it's not nice, and maybe it shouldn't be like that, but I need to say it. Yeah. I need to say it like that.
I would like to share as well. So the question is, what age is the right age to start having sex? Okay, I love what you shared about what is the right age to start informing your children, your kids about sexual orientation. Getting to know the body, getting to know that there are different bodies. That's completely separate from sexuality. So I think it's very important for kids and teens to get to know themselves prior to diving into, first off, a relationship, because it takes you to have a relationship, a connection with somebody. on a high level for you to vibrate and to want each other sexually. If it's just sex is happening in the mind because your hormones are all over the place because you're hitting puberty, right? And you don't know what to do and you become so horny that it drives you crazy. You need to contact us so you can get your vibrator. But going back to the part of the sacred energy exchange, having sex is just not for... It is for pleasure, thank God. We get to enjoy it and have amazing orgasms.
Amen, sister.
But it is important to know the spiritual part of sex. And if you start very early, your body is changing. You yourself don't really know your body. You don't know the changes. And yet then you want to please somebody else, because at that age, what is the idea that you have of wanting to have sex with somebody? Are you just mentally fantasizing something? Because that is also possible. We nowadays we have consensual porn to learn, so people can learn that there is emotion into making a connection with a partner. So I would say, just like Dina said, use your creative energy to hit your studies, get those goals, and buy 10 vibrators if so need be. So, when you travel and whatever, you can have one in the pocket, one when you go to the library, or
have
whatever.
one as an accessory around your neck. If you have those too.
Do what it takes to preserve that energy, and when the time is right, you will find the divine partner that will honor that energy and not exploit it and drain you and get you pregnant when you don't want to, right? So
sex in general, I think that whole act of sex is very something to be cherished and to be respected. I do believe that it is more important to learn about your self-love and to explore yourself before to go like antsy and like, okay, I want to have sex with somebody. You can have sex with yourself and you're still having sex with somebody. So if we talk about what is the right age to have sex, I would say for the girls, it already starts when they're very small. For the boys as well, when they start pulling on their penis, when they figure out, oh, there's something hanging there between my legs, they're already starting with the orientation. So there's no too young or too old age to start with sex, the whole definition of it, but the actual intercourse, I think you need to take the time and let your body tell you when you're ready.
I have a question for Dina, because a while ago Dina said something that was we were commenting about the fight with not the fight but the slap of Will Smith and Chris Rock, and Dina said something about humans behaving with the reptilian side of the brain and I don't remember the other word that you said, but
we have three brains. And we market some alcohol and nicotine brands, yes, market their products using those brains. So they highlight the reptilian brain is the below side of your hair from your head. The human brain is right above the reptilian brain, and the mammalian brain is right above the reptilian brain, and the human brain is here on the top. So that's why we have there the third eye, the pineal glands, and that's those. We trigger those there.
Yeah, but my question was, when these teens hit puberty and there's a big shot of hormones happening, changes happening, and I cannot happen to think, or the thought comes to mind that the behavior of wanting to have sex like crazy, like all over the place, is not something that, for example, a human with a mindful way of leading life, that they would not just want to be having sex everywhere all the time, and not considering, for example, you're at school, you're in the library, you're in a public place. It takes a bit more to just feeling the emotion and going towards it, and instead of observing it, analyzing it, thinking about it, and then making the choice of. So just like the emotional part that Will Smith launched out and hit Chris Rock. So I tend to see the same kind of behavior. Yeah,
it's childish. It's
out of control.
It's a mammalian reptilian behavior.
So yes, that was my question.
Yes, and if you want to grow and mature, I tell everybody you have to use your human brain.
Yeah.
And when you know you're using it, because you recognize your emotions, you go in silence, and you don't make decisions.
Interesting stuff. I think we should add on another hour to our night, huh? Brian, how many questions do we have? We have a few, right? So many, yes. I thought so. Do we still have time for one more?
Yeah, we can do one more, but we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Wow.
7.
We have
Nice.
to do another one.
7.
Yeah. Nice. Nice. I'm
7,
happy to hear that.
7. Yeah, I think we answer 4, maybe.
Yeah, we definitely need to work a little better on our time when it answers the question. We got excited. We're super excited you send in the questions. It's so awesome because that means that you really want to know, and we're here to answer them. So we're gonna for sure come back and answer those questions we don't get to today, because it's important for us to respond to you. So Brian, before we, say goodnight, I want to still answer one more question.
Yeah.
Okay. So wait, before we continue with the next question, I'm gonna say which question I saw first, and I was not supposed. Someone asked how I can book a soiree, and that's very easy. You can find us on our social media, PillowTalk 297, and there's the contact of Dina, Shanti, Ariana. You can find her on her social media as Sacred Sisters, Aruba. And myself, I don't do soirees in Aruba, but if you're in New York,
Or you can find me for Aruba too.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Private jet, first class, sorry.
Yes.
But I'm DJ.flamour on Instagram.
Our flamboyant
Okay,
diva.
so yes. Okay, so let's go with the last question for tonight. It says, me and my partner, okay, now, en español. Mi pareja y yo lo hacemos muy poco. ¿Es normal?
Okay, so my partner and I, we don't have enough sex. That's the question. Is that normal?
Yeah.
Well, there's a few things that I would want to ask besides that. How long have you guys been together? How well is your communication? Do you have an open communication? What is your daily life program? How overloaded is your program? Each of you separate and together. So there's so many other questions that we'd have to ask to figure out.
Yeah.
My suggestion would be, para esa pareja, para usted que quiere saber más si es normal, que por favor tome el tiempo y venga a hacer un free discovery session con Dina o conmigo o con Ariana, para que podamos hablar un poquito más y a ver qué es problema hay y cómo le podemos ayudar. But with that said, is it normal? It depends. Some relationships go up, some go down. How healthy is a sex life?
Do you have kids?
Yes. Do you have kids? Do you have a busy life? Does he work in the daytime, you in the nighttime, or vice versa? Hay tantos factores que lo hace un poquito difícil. But I see Dina sitting there waiting patiently. So I'm going to let her... She's like, okay, it's my turn. Oh, it's my turn. We're going to let her continue to
I'm reading Dina's mind.
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
know. Go ahead.
I like when Shanti goes to a direction and then Dina comes with the other direction, but at some point they get all together in the same place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's why we are a team.
Yep.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Dina.
Discovery session. That's it. That's the solution.
No, but you know what, Brian? I need you to say the question again, because it's...
The question was, my partner and I, we don't have a lot of sex or don't have sex often. Is that normal?
Okay, the one that is wrote this question to us, in my view, feels that it's not enough.
It's not enough.
Correct.
Exactly.
Then you have a problem.
Yeah.
And then you need us.
Yes.
Because if both of the partners are okay with having less sex, then it's okay.
Yeah.
But the one writing that question, for my part, the sex is not enough for him or her.
something is going on.
Yes, that's how I would like to answer it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Okay, Brian, I want another question. However, we're already on our time. And I know
I
that
was ready to go look for that other question, but no. Okay. Okay, so before we close, I want to thank you, Sopi Mix sponsors, Qredits and SwingMasterz, and PillowTalk's sponsors, SuccessBlizz, Yonilove Aruba, and Matiz Agency. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching tonight. Shanti?
So thank you for being here. We're looking forward to seeing you next week, 8 p.m. Wednesday night for lovers on Sopi Mix Studio at PillowTalk Podcast. We're looking forward to have you join us. We love it that you ask us questions. We love the participation. Thank you for the support. We love all of you. We're going to have a wonderful evening, and always tell that person you love them every single day. Ciao, ciao.
Bye.
Pillow Talk, powered by SuccessBlizz. There is no force more powerful than a woman determined to rise. Yonilove, seduced from within. Matiz,